Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. Today we're going to take a look at how Mullen had their special shareholder meeting. Now, in the special shareholder meeting, they have announced some huge things that have caused the Mullen stock price to rally. And also, guys, remember I said on January 24th, there would be a payout of $90 million to Mullen preferred stock shareholders. And that did take place. And as you can see, around the 24th Jan, there was a short rally in the stock price. But the main rally took place on the 25th of Jan. And I will tell you why. Well, Mullen had their special shareholder meeting, and in this they discussed the following. They said the company has no plans at the current time to effect a reverse split. So many investors were worried about this, and this is good news for them. So the reverse stock split is not taking place right now. They've said that it could take place in the future if the following happens. Have a look at this. The company has until March 6, 2023, so they got an extension to meet the NASDAQ minimum bid requirement of $1. And they said that if the share price of the company stock falls short of the said requirement, the company intends to seek an extension from NASDAQ to meet the required threshold. So basically, if Mullen does not reach the $1 mark by March 6, 2023, then they will have to ask for another extension. I don't think Mullen can consistently stay at $1 because I do believe the NASDAQ requirements are not that it just has to hit it, but it has to be consistent on that number or at least above $1 for a certain number of days. I can't remember the exact number. But I don't think Mullen will be able to sustain that number. This is because Mullen is a very speculated upon stock. And when companies are in the early life stage and they're not at a place of maturity, they tend to be considered more like a startup. Unlike Tesla, which has a substantial revenue base and a loyal following already, and it's a very, very large multinational company, whereas Mullen is still up and coming and it is still growing. Now, hear me out. We have a very tough macroeconomic situation going on right now. There's high inflation. Yes, inflation is improving, but we are in a bit of a global recession. The supply chain constraints, there's geopolitical tensions. We're not just going to overnight get out of this bear market period, which is why I also think it's unrealistic for Mullen to reach the $1 target by that date. Now, I absolutely believe that Mullen can reach the $1 target, but not until a bull run takes place or at least the markets recover. And I don't just mean EV stocks, I mean the broader markets. They need to recover. Just basic economics here. People will have more disposable income if there are more jobs in the market. If companies are doing better, they can provide more jobs and therefore people have more incomes and therefore more disposable income, and they can spend that on goods and services and keep the economy running. So I don't believe that Mullen will reach that price just yet. I am bullish on Mullen. I have been following this company for quite some time. I do not actually own many shares of Mullen personally. I'm trying to wait until the markets start recovering. Then I will load up on some shares, but not until the market recovers, or at least that we see some signs of recovery. I like to get in early when a market uptick starts happening and when a bull run starts. That's what I did post the pandemic, but I did not invest when it hit rock bottom. I always find that you never know how low it can still go. That's why when you hit the bottom and it's consistent on that level for some time, then if you keep track of macroeconomic situations that are taking place around the world, like are the interest rates improving? Is the inflation rate improving? Then as you start seeing improvements, that's when I personally see it's a good entry point to get in. Anyway, guys, there's a short, snappy video on what's been happening with Mullen and the good news we saw with the fact that they are not doing the reverse split. But you never know, it could be extended because if they don't meet the March 6, 2023 deadline by NASDAQ's requirement of reaching $1, then I think they will have to do the reverse stock split so that it increases the price of the shares to meet the NASDAQ requirements. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys are bullish or even bearish on Mullen, leave your thoughts in the comments below and hit that like button. Let's start a discussion about Mullen Automotive. I want to know what you guys think as well. Anyway, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in anything and consult a financial advisor because I am not one. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.